Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardona here. Welcome back to another Driving and the News. The purpose of this video is to document history. Every morning on my way to work, I listen to the news. I listen to 1010 Wins here in the New York Metropolitan area. And starting in September of 22, I decided to record the history. To record history by listening to the news. Let's get you the news today for March 20th, 2023.
Design, development, and online solutions that bring efficiency and results. Visit AmericanEagle.com. If you need a results-driven website, call the team at AmericanEagle.com at 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1.
1010 Wins is proud to support the FDNY and NYPD's Battle of the Badges. Money raised goes to the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. For more information, go to fdny.org.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning, 31 degrees, real feel 24 at 7:20. It's Monday, March 20th. I'm Lee Harris. Here's what's happening. Donald Trump calls on his supporters to take to the streets to protest after announcing that he expects to be arrested tomorrow. The protester was arrested for allegedly attacking a counter-protester at a drag story hour put on by elected officials in the West Village. New York Community Bank's Flagstar division is taking over 40 branches of the failed Signature Bank, assuming most deposits but not signatures crypto-related business. Gerber is recalling some of its baby formula. Today is International Happiness Day, and if you're only moderately happy, that's apparently just how we are here in the U.S. Sports, Rangers and the Devils won, the Nets lost, so did the Yankees and the Mets at spring training. 1010 Wins AccuWeather for this first day of spring, mostly sunny and milder. Will have a high of 53. Wins News Time 7:21. Traffic and transit on the ones now. And here's Karen Stewart.
Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. GW Bridge inbound with a 35-minute wait. The Lincoln is 35, and the inbound Holland's got a 30-minute delay. We are jammed at the inbound 59th Street Bridge. We've got an accident right at the beginning of the span. It's backing up Northern Boulevard considerably right now, with delays almost back to 58th Street, and it's backing up Queens Boulevard to 39th Street right now. So the Queens Boulevard approach is the best of the two big approaches to the inbound 59th Street Bridge. We've got delays coming off the Queensbound Whitestone Bridge down the Whitestone Expressway, and we've got northbound Clearview and Cross Island Parkway volume getting to the Bronxbound Throgs Neck Bridge. Now, the BQE. Westbound at Meeker Avenue, accident still blocks 3 lanes. Only 1 lane is getting by, and we're jammed from 31st Avenue. It is backing up the westbound LIE now to the Clearview Expressway with pretty much bumper-to-bumper traffic the whole way, and the eastbound Staten Island Expressway has an accident at Cove Road. We've got left and center lanes blocked at that accident site. Alternate side parking rules and regulations are in effect, responsible by Optimum Business, giving you fast, reliable, secure internet with speeds up to a gig and built-in cybersecurity so you can go farther with everything you do. Call 866-218-29.
Try not to block the intersection, guys, when you're driving. This way, traffic flows more freely.
Something a lot of people around here have been calling for, even hoping for years, and tomorrow it could happen. Former President Trump announced over the weekend that he expects to be arrested tomorrow as part of Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg's investigation into the accounting of the hush money payment to Stormy Daniels. Let's get more from Glenn Schuck in Lower Manhattan this morning.
While DA Bragg doesn't mention Donald Trump by name in this internal memo to his staff, he says his office will not tolerate attempts to intimidate them, following Mr. Trump's calls for protest over his possible arrest. Now, Bill and Jose are weighing in here, saying they doubt, though, that any protest is going to be substantial.
There's a lot of Trump supporters.
Are you worried about any violence or anything?
No, I think they're probably afraid of what happened last time where people are going to jail.
I think people with normal, sane minds will not do it. Not this time around.
Now, one protest we are aware of, the New York Young Republicans Club. They're urging people to attend a 6 p.m. protest this evening here in Lower Manhattan to support Donald Trump, although they're not giving out the exact location yet. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Wins and 92.3 FM.
It was a drag story hour hosted by elected officials yesterday at the Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Community Center in the West Village. A couple of hundred people showed up, including some protesters. One of them was arrested for allegedly attacking a counter-protester. Video from the scene showed police handcuffing a man in a gold-colored plastic mask and an American flag bandana. Republicans in at least 16 states have introduced legislation that would prevent drag shows aimed at children or in publicly owned spaces like libraries. Attorney General Letitia James issued this statement. The recent rise in anti-LGBTQ plus protest rhetoric and policies has left New Yorkers, myself included, devastated and disappointed. 2 teenagers are under arrest in Brooklyn in connection with a deadly stabbing in Bushwick over the weekend. 3 men were stabbed on Knickerbocker Avenue. One of them, 24 years old, died. The other victims are in serious but stable condition. Under arrest, 19-year-old Juan Chicaiza of Queens and a 17-year-old whose name is not being released. They're charged with murder and attempted murder. There's no word on what set off the stabbing. The Knights of Fairleigh Dickinson University were looking fairly spectacular in the NCAA for a bit, but the ride ended over the weekend as Mark Renee is here to lament this morning. Mark?
Yeah, Lee, the clock struck midnight at around 10:15 last night when FDU got knocked out by FAU Florida Atlantic 78-70, and it ended a remarkable turnaround for Tobin Anderson's team.
422 to 1. We're right there to go to Sweet 16. That's not one of the most amazing things I've seen in my life, or anybody else seen. That's crazy. And so, yeah, there's every part of this I'll remember for forever. And they will too.
We will too, Coach. We will too. Meantime, UConn's still dancing. The Huskies will play in the West Regional Semifinals Thursday night in Las Vegas against Arkansas. Mark Renee, 1010 Wins Sports on 92.3 FM.
Teachers aren't threatening to strike in L.A., but some other school workers are, and that could close at least some schools there.
SEIU Local 99 is leading the strike, saying the union, which represents some 30,000 cafeteria workers, custodians, bus drivers, and more, has reached an impasse in negotiations with the district.
We're standing together. It is wrong that SEIU workers work in poverty, on average make $25,000 a year.
UTLA members say they'll support the strike. Together, both unions represent more than 65,000 workers.
Candace Crone.
Oh, blurry.
LA, the Los Angeles Unified School District.
There's nothing wrong with your eyes, guys. It's my camera.
News time 7:26. Now Bloomberg Money Watch and Steve Potisk.
Well, Lee, Netflix has reached about 1 million monthly active users for its lower-priced ad-supported tier in the U.S. after its second month. According to internal data seen by Bloomberg, the user base grew by more than 500% in the first month from its launch and another 50% in the second month. And sources tell Bloomberg Netflix has also fulfilled its forecasted deliveries to advertisers. Now, central banks around the world have lined up to hail the Credit Suisse rescue and takeover by UBS Group. That includes Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and Fed Chair Jerome Powell, as they stress that the capital and liquidity of U.S. banks remain strong. And even with the Signature Bank takeover by New York Community Bank Corp, bank stocks are still a drag on Wall Street. Now, after losses Friday for stocks, S&P futures, they're positive by a point. NASDAQ adding 3. Dow futures also ahead 3 points. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potisk for 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
New York is a hard-working place. New Yorkers have a certain quality and resilience. At Emblem Health, that resilience is in our DNA. We started here during the Great Depression, providing affordable health care coverage for hard-working people. We continue that mission today as a nonprofit, proudly serving over 3 million people and striving to create healthier futures for our members and local communities. Emblem Health.
The New Jersey Transit Police Department reminds you that we all need to work together to keep our transit system safe. Your attention is our most valuable asset. If you ride the train or bus, if you live or work near a station, be alert and aware of your surroundings. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Report suspicious activity to 1-888-TIPS-NJT or text your report to NJTPD. New Jersey Transit urges you to help us keep our transit system safe. Report suspicious activity to 1-888-TIPS-NJT or text your report to NJTPD.
40 days up to 40 pounds. Say it with me, 40 days up to 40 pounds. That's how much you could lose when you join NJ Diet, because NJ Diet only takes 40 days to lose 20 to 40 plus pounds. With NJ Diet's contractually guaranteed money-back program, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. NJ Diet is 100% tailored to you by using bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, and blood work. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep it off for the rest of your life. 40 days up to 40 pounds can be a real thing. Unlike other weight loss systems, NJ Diet is all natural. No shots, no hormones, no prepackaged foods, and no surgery. With offices throughout New York City, Westchester, Long Island, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania, or live online video consultations. Visit njdiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. 40 days up to 40 pounds. 40 days up to 40 pounds.
Riverside Memorial Chapel is pleased to offer a free 24-hour candle for those who are observing a yard site. It's available at our chapel at 76th Street and Amsterdam Avenue. Just stop by and pick it up 24/7.
Brisk and cold on this last morning of winter, then sunny and milder, less wind this afternoon. As spring arrives at 5:24 p.m., expect a high of 53 today, 31 now. It's sunny in New York, and we're headed up to 53 in Midtown. I'm Lee Harris. Winds News Time at the Tone, 7:30.
Good morning, I'm Susan Richards. Starting today, New York Community Bank's Flagstar division will be taking over 40 branches of the failed Signature Bank. They'll assume the majority of Signature's deposits, but not $4 billion linked to its crypto business. Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren now calling for an independent probe into the recent bank failures.
And with people scared of what could happen to their money, she was asked on Face the Nation if the FDIC will increase the insured amount for bank deposits.
I don't want to talk about private conversations, but I will say it is one of the options that's got to be on the table right now.
But House Financial Services Committee Chairman Patrick McHenry cautions about moving too fast.
That's what we see out of politicians. I'm trying to be of substance and focus on the issues at hand and make sure that we fix the problem.
As correspondent Stacey Lynn, UBS is buying the troubled Credit Suisse for nearly $3.25 billion. So far, that news doesn't appear to be helping. Shares of Credit Suisse plunged 60% today on the Swiss Stock Exchange. We'll have more on Bloomberg Money Watch at 7:56. Winds News Time, 7:31. Traffic and transit. Here's Karen Stewart.
We're still in quite the bind here in Brooklyn, westbound on the BQE at Meeker Avenue. We have an accident blocking the 2 left lanes, so we get one more lane back for us. We are stopped dead back to the Grand Central Parkway now on the westbound BQE because of this accident at Meeker. We've got limited eastbound rubbernecking delays, so it's not too bad in that direction, but the eastbound BQE down by the Brooklyn Bridge has a broken down truck. We've got one lane blocked. We're very heavy on the inbound Gowanus BQE combination from the Verrazano Bridge all the way up into Atlantic Avenue on your way up to the Brooklyn Bridge there. Next, the Staten Island Expressway eastbound at Lily Pond Avenue has got an accident blocking the left and the centers. We're delayed all the way back to Victory Boulevard right now on the eastbound Staten Island Expressway. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 40 George, 35 Lincoln, 25 to 30 in at the Holland Tunnel, and alternate side of the street is in effect today citywide. Traffic is sponsored by the Barnesburg Traffic Tip Line at 844-JAM-1010. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
I'm attorney Rich Barnes. If you've been in a car crash, choosing the right firm is crucial to get the help you need and the best result possible.
The Barnesburg Injury Attorneys, call 1-800-8-million.
Manhattan, Long Island.
President Biden hosting some TV stars today. We'll tell you why coming up. First, the AccuWeather star of 1010 Wins with the good news about the new season.
Yeah, the new TV season, right? We're replacing the winter reruns with a new set of spring situation here. The spring sitcom is looking good to start the week. It will be decidedly wetter to end the week, but we'll get rid of that chilly feel that we had yesterday a little bit at a time. It's still out there this morning. The real feel average 24, but the sun's getting established. We'll get up to about 53. Spring arrives at 5:24 this evening. First night of spring, not terrible, close to the seasonal averages, 30 in the suburbs, 38 in the city. The first full day of spring, even better tomorrow with sunshine, very little wind, and the high near 60. Near 60 again Wednesday with clouds up a bit, 60 again on Thursday with some showers, and then looks pretty rainy Friday into Saturday. Should dry out for Sunday. Today will be in the low to mid 50s as we get into that rainy spell. Right now, sunshine galore, 31, a cold start, real feel of 24, but we're getting up to 53 later today. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
All right, guys, thank you once again for joining me on my morning commute. I decided to go a little bit longer today just to get a little extra snippet because it is Monday and there might have been some news that we didn't get to for Saturday and Sunday. I don't know why my camera keeps getting blurry like that, so I apologize. And I want to thank you guys once again. I know that driving in the news is not the most exciting playlist, but there's a purpose, there's a method to the madness. I want to record history for posterity. All right, guys, thank you once again, and we'll see you on the next Driving in the News.